Be on your guard.
None of you other Danans have spirit cores. Why is that?
Both of my parents were part of the resistance in Calaglia. In fact, my birth was kept a secret from the Renans.
Mine too. We always lived in hiding, so I never had a spirit core embedded in me like I was supposed to.
What about you, Alphen? You were a slave in Calaglia before all this, weren't you?
Not sure why I don't have one. All the other Danan slaves around me did. I was the only exception. They tended to keep their distance from me to avoid attracting any attention from the soldiers, because of my mask and all. What about you, Kisara? Do you still have your spirit core?
No. I was able to find a good Renan doctor who's sympathetic to our kind, and had them remove it before I left. They did such a great job, the procedure didn't even leave a scar.
One of the benefits of coexistence, huh?
I know that once the spirit vessel was shut down, there wasn't much need for me to hurry. But still, I didn't like having that mark of servitude lingering on me any longer than I had to. It may sound a little strange to hear me say this, but I'm just me now. Not a guardsman or a slave. I'm my own woman. And this is my chance to have a new beginning.
This sure is one rugged road. You'd think they'd keep this at least a little better maintained, right?
Why spend energy fixing that which is rarely used? Repairs require time and effort, which in our world means slaves, often in great numbers. For you, it may be a simple request, but that can quickly become another's difficult burden. Nobody gains anything without someone expending effort.
And you know, somehow that someone always ends up being a Danan, while the Renans are the ones who gain.
True enough. Ideally, in a perfect world, I think it's only fair that the ones who need it should be the ones to perform the work.
However, when doing so could be dangerous like it is here, there are many who would prefer that it be others who risk their lives in their stead.
So, what you're saying is that people will just put up with the inconvenience until someone else comes along to fix it for them?
Indeed. And it is those who can no longer bear that feeling that inevitably take action. Much like the Danans in our group do so now. As strange as it may be to hear such a thing from the likes of myself.
It's true that most of the Danans in Calaglia have been resigned to just accepting things as they are. Still, we can't just blame them for...
What are you making that face for? You're not worn out already, are you?
Nah, just regretting I ever said anything in the first place.
Out of our way! Lunar corruption! In the wind!
Come and face me!
I'm never fit! I'm ready! Let's get you all ended with
Airborne beasts, my specialty.
Negative
Radiant here! Thunderblade! I can do this all
Another
day!
incantation ruined!
Toxicity! Glacier! Crush! Here! I'll be radiant blood! Back into the fray! My astral energy! Go! Radiant blood! Sleep now! Here! Let's get you all over! Freeze Lancer!
Being interrupted!
Dance in the wind! Air drop! One more! Dance in the wind! Now! Here! Kisara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble.
Now! Now! Frozen!
Hammer.
Raging Cascade! Go! Sleep now!
Time to burn.
Get on in there with the others!
Negative
Going
gain!
back! Let's go! Go! Radiant Dance in the wind! I'm out of ammo! Sleep now!
Negative gain!
More for the stop!
Radiant
I'm ready! Doling! This one's got your name on it!
Action to action! Quite necessary when creating weaponry. All right.
nowhere to run from my heart.
When he slows down, that's our chance!
Here I go! Got you!
Ready to hunt! Lunar corruption! Radiant here!
Everlasting negative gate!
Radiant here! Dance in the wind!
Here I go! Everlasting
Radiant punch! Lightning
in a
attack!
bind!
Will this help?
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
Dance in the wind!
You're mad!
In an instant! Impact block!
Got some interesting moves there, Dohalim. I'm glad you're on our...
I'm simply glad to hear that I can make myself useful to you all.
What's wrong?
We seem to have come across some rather unusual...
Pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you. Still, I've never seen anything shaped like it before. I'm intrigued.
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
Yeah. I think he might have found some old Danon relics. They look like the remains of a bunch of objects that disappeared after the Renans first invaded.
And yet here I am, holding them without so much as a second thought. I imagine the sight must be unsettling to you.
Not really, just that it must be nice to be a Renan who has time to indulge in stuff like that, unlike the rest of us.
Are you interested in this stuff too, Dohalim?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase. I simply love objects that can give me a sense of what their maker was thinking, the history that went into their creation. You see, we Renans have hardly any such objects that trace back to our distant past.
I still don't understand what you two find so intriguing about it, though.
Why not? We're talking about our own culture here.
I get that, but it's not like this stuff is any use now, does it? It's just old. Real old.
Oh, but it does. Holding it in your hands like this, one can feel and engage with the distant past in a way no history book can ever accomplish.
I'll take your word for it. Well, seeing as it's Danon history, just make sure you're careful with it. All right, Dohalim?
But of course. That treasure. What a sweet-sounding ring it has. Visibility along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I'm surprised you know the terrain here so well. Lords don't strike me as having much time for wandering in the woods.
Sometimes I would take strolls along here when I wished to be alone.
Have a bad habit of disappearing.
Hi, Hoodle! And again, lightning! Lunar Perennial!
Shattering pieces! Attack time!
Flare Tornado! I'm not so good with airborne targets. One at a time!
Ready to go! Flying freak! Look at they just stood still!
Sia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done! Here
On your way.
You're much! Hit! There! Lightning!
Resonate with
Lunar
the
Collection! It's over! Feel! Primed and red!
We've turned the tables on them.
There are still more left!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Lightning is done! I never miss! Think again! Now! Dance in the wind! And again! In here! Lightning! Lunar Collection! You're mine! Now!
Demon Power!
All yours, Kisara.
My astral arts are coming along quite nicely.
Coming along? What do you want to do with them?
Oh, you know. Sprout flowers from the tip of my staff, suspended in midair.
So you want to be a street magician then?
It's so hilly around.
Go no further! Lightning! Searing tempest!
Bringing you a bloody howler!
Stay calm. I shall provide assistance.
Lightning! Lunar Corruption! Alright! Searing tempest! And then
We got fire!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it! I'll be saving
All yours!
Here goes!
Negative gate!
You picked the wrong fight!
Here I go!
The enemy wields arts too.
We'll soon see about that! Corruption! Conjugate!
Finish it!
It's over! Astral energy!
Say no more! Got it!
Well done! Blaster! Crush
Negative gate!
Now downfall! Back into the fray! Go! And again! Searing tempest! And that's my will! Flare tornado! Lightning! If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Resonate with
Don't
the
leave!
earth.
This one's got your name on it!
Ash to ash!
I know fine weapon material when I see it.
This will be a delicious piece of... I'm only lightning! I never miss! Primed and red field!
Bloody
Let's get you off the way!
Resonate with the
Searing
earth.
tempest!
Stalagmite.
It's a duel of the art! Flare tornado! It's showtime! It's over!
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
An astral art?
That's my cue! And that's my will!
Shut him down!
Flare tornado!
Another incantation ruined.
Never quit it! Blazers! Crush me! Here I go! One more! Lightning! Now! Dohalim! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
A merry
You're
distraction.
open! Photon
There's still more to go.
Negative gate! On your
Thunder blade! Go! Lightning! Downfall! Searing tempest! And that's my will! Flare tornado! Lightning!
everlasting strike!
What?
Negative gate!
Now!
Demon Fang!
Alvin! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
I feel stronger. I mean, a bit.
Good. We're counting on you, Rinwell.
On me? Well, I'll do my best.
I'll take you all on!
Take it! And blazing hurricane! Lightning! Downfall! Dance in the wind!
Keep it up.
Flare tornado! Downfall!
It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire! Here I go!
Lightning!
Demon
Raging
Can't get out of this!
Sleep now! This'll come in handy!
One more!
You picked the wrong fight!
Negative
I
gain!
can't do anything!
Forgive me.
Finish it!
This one's got your name on it!
Ash through ash! A merry distraction.
Demon Fang!
There's still more to go!
Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
Lunar corruption!
Double Demon Fang!
I'm only getting started!
Demon Fang!
Watch and sweep! How's this?
Double
Incantation ruin.
How's this? Searing tempest!
Demon
And
Fang!
I will!
Double Demon Fang!
Flare tornado!
This one's all mine!
Everlasting
Slicer!
song. Negative gain. Resonate with the
Double
earth.
Demon
There!
Fang!
Got you!
Demon
Dead!
Fang!
Now! Well, we're on the home stretch now.
Don't take your eyes off the prize.
Searing! I'm quite aware without you remind...
Negative
I'll
gain.
bring you back from death's abyss!
Demon Fang!
Resuscitation!
Resonate with the earth. Stalagmite.
Demon Fang! I still got a ways to go.
This... This'll make us even more formidable.
More Danon runes here too, I see.
What were people even thinking back then? Trying to build anything around here.
Maybe they just had that much time and energy on their hands.
An opponent like this should be easy.
You guys flame! Photon flame! Raging cascade!
Resonate with the
Radiant flare! Dance in the way! Reload! Air thrust! Light ready!
Bathed in blood.
Here I go!
Rending you a bloody howling. On your
Leave the enemy's arts to me!
yoke the place here.
Where you go! Bronze and rent! There! Lightning again! Reload!
I thought you were going to wreck the place.
I'm not nearly finished yet.
Then I'll provide assistance however I can.
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
Sleep now! Searing flame! More for the Graviton field!
Air pressure.
Glacial Spear!
Here's the evil!
You attack without mercy.
Because I can't afford to hesitate.
Not against a worthy opponent.
No more!
So those are Danon Astral Arts.
Something you want to say?
Not so long as you keep them pointed toward the enemy.
Hold up. Is this as valuable as I think it is?
I sure have built up a sweat with this hike.
Rest assured, we have reached the top. It's all downhill from here.
Little help! Help! Where you go?
If it's in the sky, it's mine!
In here! They're surrounding us! Mega ray!
Can't get out of this.
Steering flame! Reload! Radiant! Here! Mega ray! Steering flame! Reload! Let's get you all back into the fray! Cross blade! Radiant! Here! Steering flame! Where are you going? There! Mega ray! Steering flame! Reload! Here!
Finish it!
Kikara! Frozen!
Hammer.
Raging open! Glacier spread!
Resonate with the earth. Stalagmite. On your
I'm all stopped up! Mega ray! Radiant flow! Here's a healing up!
Well, we're on the home stretch now.
Don't take your eyes off the prize.
I'm quite aware without you reminding me.
Mega ray! Here's a healing art! First aid! Raging cascade! Radiant here! Let's go! Searing flame! Thunder blade! It's now! Alright, it's...
Looks like we got them all.
Get lost!
I shall ensure you survive this.
Sleep now! Reload! Let's get you out of the way!
Rending you a bloody howling.
Here I go!
Demon flame!
I'm out!
Resonate with the earth. Stalagmite.
More where that came from! I'm all stopped up!
Bloody
Dance in the wind! Air thrust flame! Mega ray! There you go! Go right up! Searing flame! I'm out of ammo!
Resonate with the earth. Stalagmite.
We've turned the tables on him.
There are still more left.
Right. No time to hold back.
Go! Astral energy!
Air pressure.
Thunder blade! Into the shadows!
Blood.
There,
Rending
let them
bloody
march
I'm ready!
Alvin! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say? Mega Ray! Air Flame! Cast it! It's on Radiant Light!
Finish it!
Alvin! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Onward and upward. Come one, come all!
Take it! Cast it! Searing Flame! Mega Ray! Not on my watch! Lightning!
Good line!
Radiant here! Forward Searing Flame! Mega Ray! In here!
I'm ready!
Go! This one's got your name on it!
To action! A merry distraction.
There's still more to go!
Finish it!
Alvin! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Dance in the wind! In here! Ammo! Radiant blood! Your dream!
Finish it!
Again! I never miss!
Your power is a spectacle to behold.
I'm not trying to be dramatic with it.
Still, it's a part of you. Embrace it.
Now! Kizara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Now! I'm ready! Dohalim! This one's got your name on it!
To action!
So I still had room to grow.
What could this be?
Hi, Hoodle! Sighted! Radiant Light! Mega Ray! Thunderblade! Flame! Reload! Here! Dance in the wind! There! Searing Flame! Glacier! The Earth Trident! More where that came from! Thunderblade! Glacier! The Earth Trident! Toxicity!
Air pressure!
There! Searing! Where are you going? There! Searing Flame! Reload! I'm out of ammo!
Stalagmite!
Mega Ray! Failure's not an I'm all stuffed up! Take Searing Flame! Radiant Light! Searing Flame! Radiant here! Mega Ray!
Double Demon Fang!
Wind Astral Energy! Searing Flame! Mega Ray!
Finish it!
Alvin! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
What's this place here? Some kind of old house?
Let's dispose of the trash.
Searing Flame! Mega Ray! That one's mine! Searing Flame! Let's go! Here I go! In here! Let's get you all tucked away! Gravitas here goes! In here! Annihilation! Confiscate! There! Cast it! Searing Flame! Mega Ray! Thunder Dance the shadow! Handle! Dance in the wind! Here!
Burn in hell!
Hey, let's get you all tucked away! Kizara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
No, Photon Flash! Searing Flame! Mega Ray! Thunder here!
Stalagmite!
Here I go! Got you! Annihilation! I'm only Searing Flame! Reload! Annihilation!
Air pressure!
Air thrust!
With this, I can become even stronger. Thank you. Dance in the wind! Don't mind if I do.
We've turned the tables on him.
There are still more left.
Right. No time to hold back.
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content. Now! Alvin! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady.
Something you wanted to say? Where are you going? Let's get you on.
I'm ready.
Alvin! Astral energy!
Say no more.
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
This will be a delicious piece of cake! Glacial Spear! Here's evil! It's like trying to keep up with a wall! Here, let me
Time
help
to
you!
let it rip.
Now! Crush in! Kizara! Go for it! Prepare to crumble!
I owe you one.
Freeze Lancer!
Prepare to be sealed or fleet of foot. Actually,
I'm ready!
Coming through! Ha! Melt! Scarlet Inferno!
Redwell! Astral energy! Full throttle! No complaints from me.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Resonate with the earth.
Not in your dreams! Freeze Lancer! Glacial Spear! Here's evil! Thunderblade! Freeze Lancer!
Resonate with
Don't
the
mind if
earth.
I do! Radiant! Here! Lightning Condensed! I can do this all day!
leave the ensnaring to me.
Dance in the wind! Sleep now! Freeze Lancer!
Bloody holiday.
Glacial Spear! Piercing!
Resonate with the earth. Stalagmite.
One more! Glacial Spear! Piercing! Not an option!
Bloody holiday.
Where are you going?
Demon
Feel!
We've turned the tables on him.
There are still more left!
Right. No time to hold back.
Freeze Lancer! Steel! Gut! Gut! This'll come in handy. Radiant Flash! Now! Annihilation! Let Astral Energy! Banana, let's go! I'm all stopped up! Here comes Freeze Lancer!
So those are Dan and Astral Arts.
Something you want to say?
Not so long as you keep them pointed toward the enemy.
Radiant Flash! Go! Primed and ready! Freeze Lancer! Let's go! Saving this one! One more! I never miss!
Finish it!
Zara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
I need to be stronger.
What is... Line of this equipment is really interesting.
You must really like it, Alphen.
Through these lands most verdant green, my eyes alight for sights unseen. In Menancia, pure and pristine.
What is it you see exactly?
That's not for me to say.
Still thinking about how to act around Dohalim?
That obvious, huh? Except I don't think I'll be changing much after all. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stay his servant. However, I am going to treat him like a fellow comrade, the same way I would with you or anyone else. For as long as I can remember, I've spent my life protecting others. But isn't that what friends do too? Support and protect one another in times of need?
Which in the end pretty much means doing as you've always done, right? If that's what you're most comfortable with, I'm certainly not going to give you any grief over it.
Actually, I've been thinking about how I ought to act around you all as well.
Oh?
When I set out on this journey, it was to rid Menancia of its enemies, and search for wisdom in the outside world. Wisdom that I could potentially put to use on my return. I'm grateful to you all for letting me tag along. But it got me thinking, what am I actually contributing by being here?
What are you talking about? You know how to hold a weapon, don't you? That's help enough.
Is it though? Sometimes I wish there was more I could be doing to pull my...
Oops, sorry about that. Jeez, I'm famished.
Now that you mention it, what do you guys normally do for food and meals when you're out on your travels?
What do you mean, what do we do? We find stuff to eat and eat it. So long as it's meat, I'm not fussy.
Eating what you like can be good for morale in the short term, but you need to think about your diet if you want to stay healthy.
Does that mean eating vegetables too?
Isn't that obvious?
It does, which I guess hasn't been happening up till now.
Yeah, to be honest, we could be eating better than we do.
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure you're all staying healthy and eating right myself. Fortunately, I happen to know a thing or two about cooking as well.
You hear that, Law? Sounds like you'll be eating your greens after all.
What is it?
No, sorry, it's just... I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on all this.
It will do her good to have a project.
No, not Gisara. I meant you. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Me? Certainly you're not looking to me for culinary skill, I hope.
Typical Renan. Leaving everything to someone else.
Rinwell, I don't think...
That said, should you need my skills on the battlefield, Please rest assured I have no intention of shirking my responsibilities, regardless of who we may face.
I'm sure no one doubts that. Listen, guys, if we're traveling together, we should probably at least try to make an effort to get to know one another, don't you think?
I wouldn't get your expectations too high in that regard. Believe it or not, sometimes I'm not sure I even know myself all that well.
Hey, let's stop for a minute.
What's up? You already tired?
My armor's pretty heavy. I think I need a little rest.
I second that. All of this walking is starting to take its toll on me as well.
What? You don't look it.
We can't spare the time. There's places we need to be. Mahagsar's capital, Niez, is our destination right now.
But if one of us collapses, it will only serve to slow us down. And in your case, Alphen is the only one who could carry you. Best to rest while you have the opportunity.
Enough already. I need a break, so we're taking one.
I don't need you fretting over me.
Fretting? Hey, it's not like I'm...
Been looking for you.
For me, why?
He's tough.
Who are you? You said you were looking for me. Why?
Beautiful, precious life.
What the...
That is all I desire.
Then why... Why are we fighting? Who even are you?
Here.
Thanks for the concern.
Simple repayment for a favor of...
Who the hell are you? Bastard!
This guy's not normal.
Your speed is unbelievable.
You mean he even surpasses a lord?
Entertain me.
Radiant light! Glacial spear. I was overconfident.
I couldn't make it in time.
Heal! Take this! Try harder! My turn!
Take this.
Take this! Try harder! My turn!
I owe you one. Here.
You're mine!
Entertain me.
Heal!
Now I can let loose. Take this.
Take this!
Is this it? Here.
Right. Sounds like a plan to me.
A new melody.
Resuscitate! Dance in the wind! Feel!
Not done
I
yet!
was overconfident.
You'll pay for that!
Thunderblade! I can do this all day!
Resonate with the earth.
Here I come!
Here!
Fall.
I can
Here I
feel
come!
anything!
You are bloody howling. Die.
Try harder!
Enjoy.
Try harder! My turn!
Everlasting darkness.
Take this! Try harder! This one's all mine!
Reflect on thy sins.
Here I come!
Smite with blackened blade.
I can't move!
Execution. Die. Another incantation ruined. Enjoy. Benediction light. Here. Benediction light. Entertain me. Benediction light. Heal. Resonate with the earth. A scream bathed in
Entertain
blood,
me.
rending you a bloody howling!
On your knees. A most sensible plan. Fall.
Grant me the strength to march
Take
on!
this.
Lionheart!
Enjoy. Here.
No art to being interrupted. Negative gate!
This is some punishment.
Finished. Why are we fighting? Who even are you?
A debut performance!
Here's the hit! Sleep now! Hey, you all tucked away!
Who the hell are you?
Rending you apart!
Bastard!
This guy's not normal!
His speed is unbelievable!
You mean he even surpasses a lord?
I can do this all day!
Demon Fang!
Healing circle!
Take this. Enjoy.
Here's the blood! Raging cascade!
Take this! Try harder! Here.
Dance in the wind!
Demon Fang!
Air drop!
Swallow blade!
Light angel! I'm out of ammo!
Demon Fang!
First aid! Photon flash! Raging cascade! Back into the fray! Annihilation! Get on in here with the others! Here's a healing
Take
art!
mine.
In here! First aid!
Enjoy.
I'm saving this one!
Here.
Here!
Take this! Demon Fang!
Dance in the wind! Healing!
Rending you a bloody
You may be strong, but I'll never back down! Demon Fang!
First aid!
Okay, here I go.
Loud magic!
Demon Fang! Try
Hear
harder!
my call!
Fall. Demon Fang! Is that all that you've got? Very well, then die. A wretch like you? Till next time. Shion, wake up, please!
Alphen?
Shion!
Thanks, but you're kinda crushing me.
Sorry.
It's okay. And so am I.
It's not as bad as it looks.
Not bad. That's... Shion, we thought
I'm
you were...
fine. Really.
What the hell were you thinking?
Well, you were trying to protect me too, you know.
Yeah, but I have the sword. It's different.
It's not different. Besides,
Hmm?
Never mind. It's nothing. Anyway, thank you.
But I didn't... Look, I'm just glad that you're...
Alphen?
Sorry.
That guy said he'd be back. I think maybe we should get moving before he returns, right?
Rinwell has a good point. We need to go. Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I already applied some healing arts to it. It didn't even leave a scar.
But his sword went nearly straight through you.
I'm all right. Unless I've turned into some kind of ghost and I'm haunting you all right now.
No, I know you're not. It's just...
Look, I appreciate you looking out for me, but I'm fine, really.
There was also that strange light that appeared when Shion was stabbed. It seemed to make the enemy retreat when he saw it. Alphen, do you have any idea what it might have been?
A light? I don't know. I was kind of preoccupied with other things at the time.
Now that I think of it, between that light and the blazing sword, just what sort of person are you, Alphen? Can you use Danon astral arts like Rinwell, perhaps?
He wouldn't know, Dohalim. He doesn't have any memories from his past, remember? Besides, we should really be getting out of here.
I suppose you're right. Forgive me. We've almost reached Nias, the capital of Mahag Sar. With any luck, we'll find a place there for Shion to rest. Hey.
Something wrong? You look like you're deep in thought.
Not exactly. I was merely thinking about you two and your sense of etiquette.
Oh?
Etiquette?
Indeed. To be quite frank, I find your lack of manners to be nigh intolerable.
That's not being frank, that's being and forget it. Do we really need to talk about this now?
Yes, I find such impropriety on your parts to be deeply unsettling. It concerns me greatly.
What do you want us to do? We were slaves. We never got to learn how to be proper like you.
Yeah, what he said. Maybe you missed how we were just focused on surviving.
Perhaps, but Kisara here demonstrates that it's quite possible for a Danon to learn proper manners.
That's because I was given the opportunity to learn. Moreover, my duties as a guardsman required it. Not every realm is like Menancia, as you well know.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to hold us to some other city standards.
Exactly. You've got to remember what it's been like for us living under the Rena elsewhere.
I will concede that you do indeed make a valid point. It would appear, for all my espousing the virtues of equality between our peoples, I was still looking down on the two of you.
You don't need to beat yourself up. I wasn't that offended by what you said, man.
Nevertheless, I shall mind my words from here on out. Having said that, I do believe you two would still benefit from learning the basics of proper society. I would be more than happy to teach you both when we camp out, if you like.
Yeah, no, I'll pass. Acting all prim and proper isn't really my style.
If you say so. How about you, Law? Would you like to learn? Although I suppose my first task is to reform your attitude toward the idea of good etiquette.
You're not gonna let this go, are you?
How are you holding up after that last fight? You're not too hurt, are you?
I'm fine, really. See for yourself.
If things get too tough out there, go ahead and fall back. I can take a beating if I need to.
I'm not here just to stand around and have everyone protect me.
I get that, but there's nothing wrong with admitting you have weaknesses too.
Do I look like I'm just trying to put on a brave face to you?
I can't feel pain, but you still can, can't you?
Look, I appreciate you're trying to look out for me, but even you go down in fights from time to time. Please, stop trying to babysit me. It's getting old.
It's not that. I just...
Are we in the right place? This place looks like a mess.
Yes, this is Niez, the capital of Mahag Sar.
I don't see any signs of people. And the buildings.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like the kind of place people would actually live.
No soldiers, no Danans, not a soul to be seen. Yet look at these facades. This is clearly a Renin district.
Hey, check out that drawing on the castle gate. That's the Darkwing's crest. It's from an old Danon legend about a hero who defeated an evil king with a torch and their trusty owl. That's his crest. I'm sure of it.
Really? First time I'm hearing it. So if someone drew it on the gate...
It must mean the Renins have lost control of the city.
Are you suggesting the Danans rose up and defeated the Lord here? Hard to believe, but not entirely unthinkable, given the evidence.
Let's look around and see if we can find someone. They might be able to tell us what happened. This is horrible.
Is there truly no one here?